Joel McHale back here on the Rich Eisen Show. Our radio audience has just returned. The Crime Scene Kitchen clip that we just saw. The 1-hour premiere of the Crime Scene Kitchen is Monday, June 5th, 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Paired with Stars on Mars.
Is that right?
Yes.
Know.
It's a show where they take celebrities and they get them to live like Matt Damon on Mars.
That's
a real show.
If it's on Fox, you must be hosting that too.
I want to, and they won't let me.
Do you own Fox now?
I own part of Fox.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I own the Style Network, which is now part of Fox. Style Network is the network. You kids out there, it's an old network that was way back when. It was right up there with the GQ network. I'm going to make all these old hits. It's like a grandpa talking about the old times. It's so nice to be back. You're the nicest man in sports.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. It's a very
next to Howie Long, and but it really you created an empire.
Oh gosh, well you know what we've created, as you pointed out, a sports memorabilia hoarding.
It really has
room.
Can I have something? Is anything what's the most valuable thing you think you have in here?
That's a great question.
Well, like what could actually be sold at one of those sports auctions?
Well, behind the couch right there are, you don't see it there, Rose Bowl seats. Did you ever play in the Rose Bowl?
Oh, I was there.
Well, you were on a Washington Huskies team.
I was on a Washington Huskies team where I put on the shirt and then sat in the stands. I was redshirted at that point.
Oh, I think that counts.
That counts.
Does
it? Anybody who's played in the Rose Bowl.
I didn't play.
But you dressed. You could have. I
didn't have pads on. I was in the stands because they were like, you're ineligible.
But if 5 people got hurt, would you have come down out of the stands and played in the game?
Yeah, technically they would, which they should do to show how hard it is to play football. Would be like, you're going to win the Rose Bowl seat A26. Come on down. And they suit them up, and then, they get their heads taken.
So Don James did not dress you that day? Is that
He did not. He dressed me other days. Yes, Don James, the great Don James.
The great Don James.
Great coach.
So those Rose Bowl seats have been signed by a whole bunch of people who've played in the Rose Bowl. Troy Aikman, right? Ron Rivera. Who else has signed that?
Ryan Leaf, Josh Rosen.
Yeah.
Warren Moon.
Has Warren signed that?
He hasn't been here.
Oh, okay.
How about Dale Ellis?
Mark Harmon?
Any of the Sonics?
Michael Cage.
Michael Cage. Xavier McDaniel. Any of them.
Detlef Schrempf.
Lonnie Sheldon.
Has not signed those
Sean
seats.
Kemp has yet to make his way to the state.
Oh, yeah. How's Sean Kemp doing?
Not great.
Yeah.
Not great.
He pleaded innocent to that thing.
Right now, yeah.
There's video of it, so.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Well, at any rate, those are the most valuable items that we have. That's probably the most valuable.
Well, what about my Cowboy seat, Rich?
What do you got?
The Cowboys with Emmett and Troy and Michael.
Okay, we got that.
The Yankee Stadium old bleacher.
So really, it's a lot of junk.
Well, what it is
I'm sorry.
Here's the thing, Joel. You've met my wife.
Yes.
You
married up.
And I appreciate that. So did you.
God, yes, I did. And I am proud to say I have.
So a lot of the stuff in here is material that the sentence starts with, you know where that would look good? Not here in your studio.
Yep.
So this is kind of many reasons. I love doing this show. As you know, I love my partnership with Roku and the Roku channel.
Oh, come on. You don't have to kiss ass.
No, I'm not. That's true. Well, I've got to keep it going because I do this show because it's also a storage facility. I have no idea what I would do with this stuff.
And now Roku is run by the great Charlie Collier.
Yes, indeed.
Collier. I love that man. Very nice man.
As do I. And we last saw each other at the NFL Honors, right?
We did.
At the Super Bowl.
I won Comeback Player of the Year. I can't believe it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
By the way, you had the same, requirements for Comeback Player of the Year as Geno Smith, which is come back from the bench.
See?
He's one of the few players who's won that award, not injured. Not injured at all.
Crazy.
He wasn't coming back from an injury, just the bench.
Yeah, it was I still get that whole thing was that whole season. I'm just so happy about.
You should be.
And our power ranking, we're pretty good.
Yes.
We're like top 10.
Devin Witherspoon, the kid they drafted, is a stud, man.
Our receiver core is watch out.
Yeah, Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's played in the Rose Bowl. He has Rose Bowl records. He had the greatest Rose Bowl game in the history of receiving. And he's on the Seattle Seahawks right now.
I'll never be able to match you with stats or facts.
Well, it's my job.
It is your job, but that's why it's still so surprising. I beat you at password.
That's right. Holy smokes! Not my fault.
You know
what?
It's
a team effort.
It was not your fault.
It was. You were there. That's right. I totally forgot about that. We went against each other in password.
And I was like, I'm going to get my ass handed to me because Rich is one of the he has the quickest, and he also has just this buffet of knowledge ready to just go like, I got that. I'm like, we're going to get our asses. I told the woman I was partnered with, I was like, we have to step up. And then, okay, I don't know if you've seen Password, but at the end, you don't see, the other person is trying to get you to guess the word. They see the word, and the woman accidentally said the word.
She said the word.
I think the word was
caffeine.
Yeah, and she just goes, it's caffeine.
It's got caffeine.
It's got caffeine. It's like what caffeine would say or something like that. Well, I felt so bad for her, but they were like, it happens all the time. And then she went on.
We went on to the top of the pyramid. It's one of those, like, you got to play on, and she would have had the money, and I would have. So it wasn't my fault. I appreciate it.
It wasn't your fault. But the woman I was
together.
I was with, when we, that was on the show before, but she was like 6'2", and she goes, if we win, I'm going to jump on you. And I was like, okay. And she did. And that was the greatest display of strength, because she jumped up and like I held her, I was like, and it worked. We won. And then she won a trip to Nova Scotia. And she was from like Montreal, so she was like, "Oh, I've been there," and I literally like, "Can we switch it to Hawaii or something?"
Can you opt out? Is there an opt-out plan?
I can be like, I'm fine.
What's Strahan doing giving away tickets to Nova Scotia?
Amazing.
Yeah, come on.
That's an oddly specific vacation locale.
Have you ever been up there?
I have not, sir.
No, I hear it's beautiful.
I shouldn't denigrate.
There's a town up there called Dildo.
No, there is not.
There is. Look it up. Dildo, Canada. And Jimmy Kimmel is the unofficial mayor of Dildo.
No,
and
it's not.
I am not joking.
Oh,
I know you're not supposed to talk about things like this. Look it up. You guys have.
No, you're talking geography right now, is what you're saying.
I am, but I feel like it's Dildo, Canada. Look up Dildo Brewery.
No, it's real.
Yeah,
it's in Newfoundland.
It's in Newfoundland. All
That's
right.
my radio affiliates are like. Can we talk about a different location?
Can we please? Well, what about your listeners in Dildo?
I don't know if we have any.
How dare you? I think you've got a lot of dildos.
Those radios are buzzing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Joel McHale is here. Crime Scene Kitchen.
Monday,
June 5th.
What about Animal Control got picked up for a second season.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Fox can't quit you. I mean, seriously.
I love Fox.
You are.
I really do.
I know you do. Don't kiss up now, Joel.
Listen, I think you can relate. That's right. They're the greatest network of all time. But you know what it's like when you're on a network that doesn't take care of you, and then you know what it's like on a network that actually cares. And like when I did Community, God bless you, NBC. But at that time, the administration was not a fan of the show. And at the end of every like we get done with our episodes, they're like, "Hey, can this last one be the season and series finale?" and then on Fox, they're like, "We're really behind the show. We really love it, and we're very excited." I'm like, "Really?" I felt like Little Lord Fauntleroy, who was taken in by they're the nice people and be like, I don't have to steal anymore.
You don't have to. No.
Anyway, thank you.
So Crime Scene Kitchen. Folks go into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Where something's already been baked.
Yes.
And they have to guess based on clues that remain in the kitchen.
Right.
To bake something as close to the actual item that has been already baked.
So these are...
As you can see, I know what Crime Scene Kitchen is
Thank you for
about.
knowing. Even if you memorize that description, because I didn't even see you looking down.
No.
And so it's a mystery show where there's little clues throw them off, and so they could be making a meringue or a princess cake, which I gained 9 pounds each season I've done it.
You didn't.
I am not kidding, because the days are really long because they're all cooking, and I just eat and eat and eat. There's Curtis Stone, Yolanda Gamp. Look up Yolanda Gamp's cakes on Instagram. You won't believe them.
2 P's in Gamp, right?
Oh.
Or no? Or is
I think just one.
Just the 1 P?
2.
Okay, very good.
2. I was wrong. Anyway,
Excuse me.
Sometimes people get it completely wrong, and then once in a while they run out of time, and we end up drinking raw eggs, which we did one time.
Oh my God, like Rocky? Like
Yes.
Rocky Balboa? Jeez.
Yes,
Wow.
we blended it up, and then we did the movie Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, which was a real horrifying thing that happened to entertainment.
It's Del Getty.
Wow.
Good
Del
one.
Getty.
Good one.
Almost as great as the movie Oscar he did, which was his
Going down all
1920s gangster film he did.
all the Sly Stallone hits.
How to Cake It. That's her YouTube.
Oh my God! So,
How to-
can you bake stuff like in real life, or what?
I will say I can cook the hell out of a number of recipes, but I am bad at desserts.
Yeah.
Make it. Now I'm being sincere, but making a good dessert and making some of the creation, it's like a magic spell they put together because I can't believe what they're pulling off. I'll look up a princess cake. It makes no sense on this earth, and they were made at a time when like France and England, they had royalty, and they were like, all these things should also be beautifully they need to be seen, and they can't fall apart, and anything, if you screw up any one part of a dessert like that, then it's all ruined. So you're like, oh, you added another teaspoon of salt? It's horrible now.
Over. Finished.
It would have been great, and now you're the worst.
You keep it in.
And on Crime Scene Kitchen, if you lose, we actually execute you.
It's really
The stakes
are high.
High.
They're very high.
They are very high.
Be careful. Wow.
But Fox is they're okay with it. It's great.
How do you carry these out, Joel? These executions?
Oh, the execution?
Yeah.
They usually get a choice.
I mean, it is a show, right? I mean, you got to give the contestants a choice on how they want to be
Usually,
executed.
I feel it's fun to walk a plank.
That makes sense.
It's just old timey, out to sea.
Crime Scene Kitchen.
Crime Scene Kitchen.
It's not actually a crime scene in the kitchen.
No, what happens is there's more. The person bakes it. That's a mystery person. We kill them, drag their bodies out, and then the contestants go in. Fox is going to be like, "Can you not talk about murder so much?"
Yes.
Yes.
Unless they do like it. I mean,
no, something was, but yeah, something. So to test it, they do have chef on staff. They have these chefs that go in and try to figure out what it is beforehand. Like, is it too hard or is it too easy?
There you go.
To figure those things out. Just like on, I don't know, when the Fear Factor, when somebody had to eat the elk's penis first. It was probably a PA.
That's not a town
is
in
any
Canada.
of this going to make...
That's not a town in Canada also, is
Elk's
it?
penis? No, that's in Minnesota. It's actually also a wonderful brewery there.
So the Kraken, right? I mean,
the Kraken are going to Game 6.
Yeah, they are.
So at Climate Pledge in Seattle. So that
how many of those have you been to?
Zero. I'm up to zero. I've been banned
already
for fighting.
That's odd.
Yeah,
that's odd.
No, I haven't been to a Kraken game because I'm a workopaholic, OCD, crazy person. So I haven't been there.
Work too much. You're in everything, man.
Have you?
Which is great.
House of Villains is coming out on Eid in September. I'm not kidding. I'm hosting that. We're taking all the most villainous reality stars, and they are all living in a house together. Look it up.
Which is the item from The Soup from your decade and a half as host of that was the wildest? What do you got for me? Where you're like, really? Are we really going to air this on The Soup? You got a good story for me on that?
Well,
Joel?
Okay. A lot of now that RuPaul's Drag Race has become like Peabody winning and is crazy. When that show first started, if you look at the first episodes, it is some of the dirtiest jokes you have ever heard, and we could not show clips of it on The Soup, and he would be like, "This is too dirty." And so we're like, okay, well, but it's a show that's on now. And then, so that I remember thinking, that's so. I don't know if this album will make it to air, but there was so many glory hole jokes on that.
No,
so that's never.
We're on live, so everything's making
Are we really?
air. Yes, we. Good Lord. No, God.
You just hit a button.
No.
That people heard that?
Yeah.
Did they really?
I'm going to get emails.
Sorry.
Okay, I would like to apologize.
Thank you,
on
Joel.
behalf of Roku.
Thank you.
And Rich Eisen.
And the Rich Eisen Show terrestrial
amazing
radio
stuff.
network.
I'm trying to think of a clip where I remember when the cast of Mad Men and
the cast of Mad Men?
Keith Olbermann and LeVar Burton. We would
like
put
a Mad Lib.
Well, we would put multiple offers out and usually get no response and be like, "No, we're not coming." And then everybody agreed. And we're like, well, I guess we'll all have them. We'll all have them on, and they all came on at once.
Hold a minute. Cast of Mad Men, Keith Olbermann,
and LeVar Burton
all walk into a bar.
And LeVar Burton improvised. He's just like, he literally went, "I'm the redhead on the show," and it was really funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
And that was a good day.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and I remember when Bryan Cranston and oh my Lord, spacing. Sorry,
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul.
Yes.
Sorry, Aaron.
Shoot. Oh my God.
Sorry, Aaron. They came on when the show was not popular at that point, and they came on in hazmat suits and
yes,
and then all of a sudden it became the greatest show on television.
They came on before Breaking Bad became big.
Same thing with Norman Reedus and Stephen Yeun.
We're going to give you the Ultimate Comeback Player of the Year award. We're going to have you sign the Rose Bowl seats.
Yes.
Can I sign, put a curse on it since I've cursed and sworn this entire time?
No, it's all right. If we're off,
you can't hit a button that.
We're working on those systems.
This show's been around for 30 years.
I know, dude, we have been. You want to talk about different ways of ownership and things of that nature? We've been through a lot, but we're going to have you sign the seats.
All right.
If you want, you could say what string were you on that day?
I think they ran
fourth string.
What comes after ninth?
10th.
I think it's
10th string.
Circles.
There it is. So this is how you walked into the Rose Bowl dressed like that?
Yeah. No sunscreen. No hat. Just totally responsible.
That's very Michael Shannon look right there.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever told you that?
Yes.
Okay.
I've gotten that.
Wow, look at you, man.
Yeah, why am I so serious?
Because you're 10th string?
Yeah, I was like, there's no way I'm getting hurt. There is not a chance I'm getting hurt during this game.
Crime Scene Kitchen, Monday, June 5th, 9 Eastern on Fox. Make notes of it. Joel McHale, you are one of my favorites. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I'm sorry that I cursed so much.
No, it's all right. You've hopefully apologized on behalf of the entire Rich Eisen Show operation.
But it's funny because people are like, I'm offended. And now I will go to a game and scream those same words out at people wearing uniforms that I don't like from the other team.
Laundry, as Seinfeld always referred to it. At Joel McHale on both Twitter and Instagram. Joel McHale, Crime Scene Kitchen on Fox. Animal Control as well on Fox, because this man is essentially the owner of Fox. He's like the lost Murdoch.
That's probably a show coming up.
Don't get
Joel Murdoch.
Are you in the Succession finale?
I would do that.
You're in
I just started watching that show. My Lord, it's the greatest show I've ever seen.
Incredible.
Oh my God.
It's the funniest show.
That's supposed to be a drama. I've never laughed harder at a supposed drama than Succession.
I have to keep rewinding scenes I was like,
agreed.
It's incredible. It should be renamed Horrible People Doing Horrible Things to Each Other in the best way the time. It's too long of a title. And
I know.
I think the best soundtrack.
I agree.
Since Star Wars.
We're with you.
It's good.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.